Hey guys, welcome back to the episode. This is a continuation of our last episode, so if you haven't already, go back and check that one out, because otherwise this won't make any sense. Actually, probably won't make sense anyway. Enjoy!
Let's move on to my other part of the topic. I'm not a New Year's resolution type of guy, because people fucking done. It's like fine. It's the month of January. They're like, yeah, I'm gonna go to the gym. I'm gonna work out. By February, they're back doing their own thing. It's like, yeah, no. What I want us to do, we'll go around here and just talk about what plans do you have for 2023 that you want to accomplish. I'll go first, just to kind of give you an example. Obviously, we have to wrap up filming of The Mystery of the Manor. There's a couple more scenes that have to be done. That's going to be done in spring. Once the new year hits, I'm going to really hit hard at editing the movie. The rest of this year, I just, with Halloween and stuff, I just needed a break. Mentally, physically, I was getting worn down. Still kind of there. But, I've been taking a break from social media as much as I can. I'm trying to clear my mind and figure things out. I will say that after filming The Mystery of the Manor, I'm not filming anything on my own for 2023 after that. I'm taking a little bit of a break from filmmaking. I'm not done with it. I just need to step away because I don't think people understand how much work and how much money put into these projects. But one thing I am going to start doing is, and I have, custom Jason Voorhees hockey masks. I've been making one from each of them, a couple from each of the movies. So I'm going to start selling those here the early part of 2023. I'm going to make some other custom ones.
Should make a ghost face one.
Will not be doing that, but
missing out.
But I'm actually going to, I need to look into the laws of it to see if I would go to like a horror movie convention because people have been suggesting to go to Krypton, Kansas City in July and get a booth and sell them there. I know there's another guy that does it, and he goes by 13X Studios, and his masks are a little bit different than what mine are. Like he does like a Hulk Hogan looking one and stuff like that, and all these other ones. But I don't know. I do want to, aside from the Etsy shop with these Jason masks, I want to go to conventions if I legally can sell these things. I'm not calling them Jason hockey masks or Friday the 13th. I'm saying inspired by, if it's the part 3, I'm going to say inspired by number 3. I'm not even going to say part 3 because that could hurt you or whatever.
Friday.
But aside from that, I posted about this on social media the other day. I bought a Cobra Kai poster. I love the Karate Kid series and I love the Cobra Kai Netflix series. And so my plan is, and I was inspired by a YouTube vlogger named Adam the Woo, who travels all over the world, not all over the country. And he has a Back to the Future poster that for the last 8, 9, 10 years, he's had everybody in the cast sign it.
One of them's just a big scribble.
Yeah. Well, and one of my favorite Adam the Woo ones is when he goes to this comic convention in New Orleans, and Tom Wilson, who played Biff, he for 10 years or so wasn't signing anything Back to the Future related. And for whatever reason, he decided to start signing it. And he was the last one he needed to sign to get everybody. And so you could just see the joy in Adam Lewis' face when it happened. So I'm going to start in 2023. I'm going to travel to some conventions where actors and actresses from Cobra Kai are going to be at. There's one, I think in July in Colorado, where 8 of them are going to be there. The first one I need to get is Martin Kove, who plays John Kreese, because he's getting up there in age, and he would be probably the first one I would need to get before it's too late. But I want to start doing that as little road trips because I don't fly. So obviously I'm not going to be going to any in New York or anything like that. But yeah, so that's what I'm kind of looking forward to, just kind of taking it low key. Now, when it comes to filmmaking, I know Justin has some ideas for short films or whatever he wants to do. And I'm gladly going to work on other people's projects.
Fucking better.
But when it's, as it pertains to one I wrote and would be directing, I just need to take 2023 off aside from the 2 scenes for The Mystery of the Manor. But yeah, so that's my plans and spending a little bit more time with my family. So let's start with Lonnie.
No, we started with you.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're going on to me.
Continuing
Jeez.
on with.
So Moxley's starting school this year.
Already?
Yeah.
Holy cow.
Yeah. Apparently 3-year-olds start school now. So that's going to give me a little bit more freedom. What I do with that freedom is up in the air. I might take on more guiding jobs. Yeah. A whole lot more of that. That frees up 30 seconds in the day. No. I don't know. I never make New Year's resolutions because
This isn't a resolution. This is plans.
I feel like we talked about
I
this.
don't like to make plans.
Okay.
No, but yeah, once Mox gets started back in the school, I don't know. I need to work on my house. I need to do more work and make my house more livable.
We need to make a visit out to your house.
You
and
do.
hang
Yeah.
out.
And you're not the fishing champion just yet. So how about work on that?
I do need to work on that.
How do you work on fish biting?
I did buy a new boat this year. I need to get it up to my standards. Need to finish getting it to my liking. Yeah. I just need to get good. I need to get better at everything I do. I need to stop sucking.
That could help you
Some
with
of
some
us.
things.
Yeah, some of us like that though.
No, I'm good at that kind of sucking.
That's why I subscribe to your OnlyFans.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You're the reason I keep it so cheap.
$69.95 a month is cheap.
Thanks
Get
to
the fuck out of here.
Thanks to supporters like you, I'm able to keep my prices at a low $9.99 a month.
Thanks to viewers like you.
With 3 easy payments and one fucked up one.
3 easy payments and 1 free one a
You
month.
don't want to know what
You know what
July
sound
is.
effect you need to get on that board from Reading Rainbow when it was like the kids would talk about their book and they would go to the next one and be like, do.
Oh yeah.
I had a short film in mind, and then I wrote it
And
all
then
out.
he ate all the halls and
Yeah.
overdosed.
And I wrote it all down and I threw it away
Why?
because
That's stupid.
it wasn't Ginchi enough.
Genchi?
Yeah.
As in like the
Well,
Japanese
they were
like blind samurai.
Because another idea popped in my head, and I was so in love with the idea until I was told so many times it would be too hard to do, and then I quit on the idea.
Jeremy told you this?
No,
Oh.
people who don't even know how hard making movies are told me it'd be too hard to do
Why'd you listen?
because it's what I do.
You need to get better at getting better.
I still like your GPS idea one.
That'd be so hard to make, but I wanted to make an 80s like a cheese. We were talking about making like the cheesiest 80s horror movie.
We're going
But
to.
Have you guys ever seen the movie Baby Driver?
No,
Wonderful
but I'm
movie.
afraid.
How a lot of it's keyed to music, right?
Right.
I wanted to make the cheesiest 80s horror movie. Bad effects, bad story, bad monsters. But I wanted the audio of it to be so musically driven. Very little audio, but all like based on a soundtrack.
I'll be watching.
Basically, yeah. Like everything based on a soundtrack. But the soundtrack be connected to movements and connected
Musically
to
or
scenes.
lyrically or both? if
Musically and lyrically, yeah.
Primarily like the pacing as far
Like
as
it wouldn't
music
be
or
something
instrumental.
we would be able to monetize at all because all the songs would be something that would be copywritten.
That's something
But
I
it would
tried
just
to-
be like a passion project, just
Right.
something fun to do that we could look at and go, yeah, that's fun.
That's something I tried to do with Luggage and Layover, but my ideas were kind of, I want to say, went out the window.
Yeah. This would be something where we would just sit down, film it in a day or two, and then just sit behind the computer with our Spotify's open and go, oh, this song would fit well here.
Ooh, that's
Or
gonna sound
sit down with a
expensive.
bunch of songs and go play the song while we're recording and try to hit beat by beat.
So we're not posting this video anywhere.
That's what he said.
That's what I said.
Monetize it. yeah.
There's zero chance of monetizing it. We'd maybe be able to send people links to watch it.
I mean, One More Body just got flagged
For what?
after being up for a year and a half.
It's
for that
just the
song.
YouTube
For a
account.
local band song?
Yes, for the approved song.
We said we had the.
It's flagged for demonetization. We've submitted a claim. All they have to do is approve it, and most likely it's just a single click thing. It's not really a
I
bother.
got banned for 24 hours on Facebook because I said I get hit on by girls more when I have a beard, and that promoted violence.
Nice.
I got a warning because of something like that.
I was like, this
Because I said, why don't you?
fucking
I said
retarded.
something to this ad. I said, why don't you just kick me in my balls? It'll be cheaper and less painful. And
That's
it's,
violent.
yeah,
It's too violent.
There was I want to say a local director, writer, Maverick. They said something about film rhetoric, saying something like you can shoot something like this, and just because of the word shoot, they got flagged for like a 3
Yeah,
day
and then
for-
you like oppose it, and they're just like, we're too busy to look at it. Okay, well, how'd you fucking find this in the first place? Fix your fucking algorithm, you pieces of shit.
Lonnie, I want to do.
Anyway.
I want to make a cheesy fan film because I have an idea of combining Freddy, Jason, and Michael Myers, and I want to call it a Halloween in Texas. And it
With
involves
Ghostface.
Nope. It involves Laurie Strode and
Sidney Prescott.
oh my god, why am I blanking on the character's name?
Nancy Thompson.
Sidney Prescott.
Laurie Strode and
Sidney Prescott.
the guy in part Tommy
Hilfiger.
Jarvis.
Sawyer.
like being a couple, like they met and stuff because she's
Dewey.
like I looked up there. She's like 9 or 10 years older than him. But I'd get Mike Burns to play Tommy Jarvis because he looks just like the guy that played him in part 5. But I mean, there'd be a little bit of a budget, not a huge budget, because I'd want to film it cheesy, campy, 80s style with the terrible effects and whatnot. But yeah, Justin, let's move on to you. What are your plans?
My plans. I do have about 3 things in the mix right now.
John, let's move on to you.
4 things. I might even include John in this 4th one. I plan on doing like the main thing. It's more of like the journaling thing. I've talked to the actors, at least the main actors.
Give me a break, dude. Sorry, Jeremy was
He's
eating a
right
Kit Kat.
there. He's only a handful away from like the garbage can, and
I
he can't even
know.
make it.
I almost tried to throw it in that one, not realizing there was one underneath me.
So you're journaling.
Yes, sorry.
That was. I mean, I can press play on that one anytime. But yeah, so the one that I'm trying to do right now, I do have the rights to a song which we just reviewed not too long ago. Not that song, but with the person, the Josie Pace, one of my new favorite bands. And I think I said this on the last podcast or so. But that one, I'm going to be meeting with the actors after the holidays, and then we are going to establish our locations, and it's pretty much ready to go. I just want to dot a few more T's and cross some I's. And then another one that I'm need to invest a little bit more time with as far as the films, the short films. Jeremy and I actually just had a conversation not too long ago, about a week ago or so, about like making some sort of cheesy horror film. And I want all of us to pretty much add something to this. That is kind of a plan, not necessarily a resolution. Thing is, and I'll go off a little bit on this too. Like, I do find resolutions to be very, and I think it's more so like the verbiage, the concept or idea around it has some substance, but the wordplay that people use just so it sounds more fanciful. So it's met with like woo, like things are going to change because of this certain date. No, it doesn't. Being a person who worked in the gym setting, when people come in and then like start falling off around February, March or whatever, it's like you weren't committed to your, like you got your dopamine fix by posting everything on social media and kind of how I said like last year. But if you don't put something into action, then it's never going to be anything. So I guess that's that with that. As far as other things outside of film, I kind of want to teach my daughters a little bit more when it comes to movement, self-defense, etc.
No means no.
Hands off. Let go of me. I also want to undo everything that Jeremy said when he was talking about taking a break. So one of my plans is to get him to forget about his family and come back to Shorty Films. Not that he's leaving Shorty Films, but his investments time-wise is not going to be so far there. Yeah. So that'll work. I can see that. That's going to be easy.
But I say this and I'm going to get an idea. And
I know. Me and Jeremy has had these conversations before where he's like, the next thing I'm going to do is this. I'm like, no, dude, you're going to ride on the high of what you get by premiering this. And you're like, I got another idea. And then when the time comes, I'm like, I told you, I told you. But I don't know. Inspiration is lightning in a bottle. I mean, you try to capture it so many times and you can't force it, but you have to keep on doing something. Building habits makes the way you address it so much easier. And that kind of going back to what Lonnie said, like he wants to get better at getting better at things or something like that. And I have one of the things in Lonnie's topic I'll go more into, but there's a lot of things I'm implementing as far as self-accountability that is kind of working for myself because the frequency in which I address things is more because I'm holding myself accountable for that. So it's kind of a cycling loop that it's like, oh, okay. So it's self-motivating for myself. And I keep my plate busy. Like, I mean, you guys all know. It's like there's always something that I'm always doing. There's always something that I'm always like, I write down everything. I check everything. Like I'm a stats guy. I'm a numbers guy. Like
99% of the stuff you do has to do with Discord.
not so much.
Oh.
Yeah. But I wish
Enough porn on Discord.
there's enough. You finished?
Never enough.
You know, one thing.
We use Discord for Xbox parties now.
One thing you told me, Justin, it was a couple weeks ago or so, and I started utilizing it. Maybe it was like a month or so ago, but you had said something along the lines of like, you know, getting people like, you know, when you walk through a doorway, stand up straight and like take a deep breath and breathe or whatever. Like, so every time you go through a doorway, you do that. And I started doing that at like work and at home. Every time I go through a doorway, I'd like, you know,
Increase your posture or whatever.
yeah, and like breathe in and stuff. But then I got COVID and it fell off. So.
That kind of does it. What,
That makes it harder to take a good deep breath.
elaborating on that, like I was trying to enforce him to find trigger points because, I mean, and walking it through a doorway was one of the easiest ones for myself when it came to like working out or something like that. It's like, just do like an ab clench or something like that. Every time you walk through a doorway, that way you're kind of using that muscle. But you can swap that out with any sort of habit that you want to use that doesn't require much.
Clench your butthole.
Yeah, do kegels.
Give a hand job.
Yeah.
Every time you walk through the door, find a man, give him a handy.
Yeah. But
No.
it's
Oh, God.
it's the increased
You,
frequency.
sir, come here.
That spatial frequency, the longer something, you build more habits by increasing, not necessarily increasing, but having a steady frequency. That way the habits kind of continue because every time that you're not doing that, it kind of gradually falls off. But if you can kind of increase it, you build that sort of level or whatever. So it decreases the time that it will fall off. So once you get to your peak, you can maybe even pair habits or so. You can even try something else that's kind of coinciding with this, or now that you have something more second nature, address something else. But as far as other things that I want to do, kind of want to travel a little bit more. Health is always something that I'm kind of considering. Tell people I love them. I kind of want to do more writing. I want to involve myself a little bit more social media wise, whereas you're trying to take a break, at least for now, but you're still posting every day. So I don't know if that's, or is it just
Yeah, you really suck at taking off time at social media.
Messenger is mainly the main thing I'm taking a break from because
You just stop talking to us.
I know.
You can be honest. You just don't want to talk to us anymore.
All three of us had a cry message not too long ago. Like, I don't think he cares about us anymore.
there's so many fucking messages. Like I don't even want to like go back on just because I don't want to have to like respond to
Out of sight,
everything.
out of mind. It's probably something important. Somebody's asking, like,
No, I will. Like I said, once or twice a week, I'll scroll through, and I like how you can see like the first part of it.
Mhm.
If it's anything that seems kind of like crazy, then grow 3 inches.
Nope.
Oh, this must be important.
But no, that's pretty much all I got.
Sexy singles in my area. What?
Nope.
It's just a picture
for
of
me.
you. Aw.
John, what about you? More masturbating?
For sure.
I think John's falling asleep. What's happening over there?
I was thinking, I'm trying to sum it up quick. Like, there's a bunch of this. I just want to get back to being me. I feel like the last few
Oh
years.
no, you suck. Don't go back to being you.
Right. I haven't been myself. Like, I don't go to the zoo as much anymore. I don't go to the cinema as much anymore. And I don't, build Legos. I have like literally 4 boxes of Lego sets that I haven't even put together yet. Like, I feel like I'm in a funk and I just want to get out of it. You know what I mean?
I feel you on that one. Because I don't feel like I'm myself.
Right.
Anymore. That's why I'm trying to get back to what I used to be.
Right. Get back to being me. 2022 was rough, obviously, physically, emotionally. So I want to get back to doing the things that I love. And, it's going to start with the Durham having that superhero thing. Like, that's going to be awesome. I might even get a membership. It's only $40 for an individual membership there. Like, that's 3 trips.
In addition to Lonnie's OnlyFans?
Yep. In addition to Lonnie. No, I might have to cut back on his OnlyFans. I might have to masturbate to memories now.
I'll give you freebies.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about. But yeah, that's basically it. I just want to get back to being me, being fun.
There's that Landslide song by, was it Stevie Nicks or Fleetwood Mac, whatever? So I always kind of knew that because of Smashing Pumpkins. That was one of my favorite albums way back in the day. I think it was off the Pisces Iscariot one. But like, there's that lyric in it's like, I've been afraid of changing because I built my life around you. And that can be with anything, just a person or a habit or something like that. It's like, And then you kind of forget who you are for a second. And, when I'm out of my element, and then I have to like adapt to what something else is. And usually when I'm not comfortable, I'll observe first. I'll be like, okay, this is this. I'll try to learn my wingspan, but I have to challenge myself to actually use it. So it's like going back to yourself. You're like, this isn't who I was. When I was younger, I was the life of the party. I was this, but you get so comfortable and you're not being challenged,
Yeah, I think you get so comfortable in the known. Like you get so scared of the unknown, you don't want to risk it. And like when you were young, you're invincible.
Right. That's one thing I want to do.
You get more scared of the rebound. Not even the rebound, but get more scared of the
what ifs or whatever. The risks seem greater when you get older.
Right. I feel like the disappointments seem greater. Like,
well, there's actual repercussions now.
Yeah.
With the disappointment. Like when you were young,
that's fair.
The disappointments seemed like they were so temporary. It's like, I'm disappointed. Well, shit. Well, I'll have something else to disappoint me tomorrow.
Right.
So disappointment was just a fact of life. And now disappointment's like there's actual repercussions to disappointment.
I just know, like, kind of like I said, John hit the nail on the head with how I feel lately. Is like I don't feel like myself, like what I used to be. And I know a lot of it, like, because I look back, like that's one thing with Facebook is it does its time hop. Like this is from 8 years ago, and you look at it like a picture from 8 years ago, and you're like, fuck, like those were such good times. Like I was fun back then. I wasn't so negative about things, but it's like you live life, you learn things in life, you have more things that happen in life that make you who you are and stuff. And I know a lot of my issues, and it's something too that I probably should have mentioned with 2023 is, I have a lot of health issues, and I know that's what makes me a downer a lot of the times, because it's just like every day it's something with me, and I need to go get things fixed and checked out. And I've expressed this to Justin like a month or so ago, and talking to him, where it's just like, I'm afraid of what is going to be found, whether there is something that bad wrong with me or not. It's just like knowing that you have something wrong with you that could be like the end of your life.
Right.
We should all do a colonoscopy together.
It just makes it makes you give
about that time.
It makes you give up on life when you find these things out. Like I said, I'm not going to be one of those inspirational people that's on their deathbed that's like telling people like, to be happy. And it's like, no, if I find something out like that, I'm going to be like, fuck, like your appetite's going to be gone. You're going to stop eating and whatnot. It's just like, I'd rather not know. But at the same time, I know what's causing me to not live life are my health issues. And it's just like, I need to just bite the bullet and go get stuff done, get things treated. Who knows? Everything that I have wrong with me could be treated with a couple pills. And, the pill that I have to take twice a day, I've been taking that for 16 years, twice a day, the same dosage. I'm older now. Maybe I need to bump up my dosage, and that will make me start feeling a little bit better. I need to go to the chiropractor. I know Justin's against that. That's temporary relief.
I'm not
but
entirely. I'm saying
I feel like
it is not it's a practice. It's not necessarily it's an easy fix for something, but you should continue
I
to
think your body
look further.
becomes dependent on it. That's why I don't do it.
My neck.
And then your chiropractors become dependent on your money.
Yeah,
my neck is the
and then my
thing
ex
that
sleeps with the guy who works at the chiropractor.
Ew. My neck is where like a lot of my tension's at, and it's like my upper neck. It needs to, like, I watch videos of people getting their necks cracked, and it's just like the relief on their face. I'm like, God, I just want to get that relief. But
also sounds like they die in the process.
They input the sound.
Lonnie, you're looking at pictures of houses. That's another thing. I kind of want to get a house in 2023. This
is a nice 6-bedroom, 2-bath.
Well, I don't need a 6-bedroom, but I do need a detached garage.
This one has a 2-car one.
Well, how much is it, did you say?
This one it's actually for a 6-bedroom, 2-bathroom house with a 2-car detached garage. This one's super cheap.
Not important. Okay.
It's in Sydney, Iowa.
Well, never mind. Anyway,
there's with you guys,
$290,000.
With you guys, like, that's another thing I kind of want to do is like, I am very thankful and grateful for you guys around, because I feel like honesty for myself.
About your life.
Well, yeah.
It makes me just feel
I can
great.
just reflect. And I'm like, well, his life is fucked up.
Yeah,
I feel good now.
Whenever I see you,
my
I just
face
feel
isn't
like I
half
got
metal.
my shit all together.
But no, I mean, like, there's this thing that like women do and men do. It's like women will be nice to you in front of your face, but talk shit behind your back. Whereas us guys will talk shit to each other,
Talk
but
shit
be nice
straight to your face.
But it's like, well, you can't talk about him like that. That's my friend, you know. Like, it's like honesty is key, I guess. When coming to any sort of relationship that is supposed to have some sort of meaning or value to it, it's integral. And it's like, I want you guys to hold me accountable for certain things. I want to hold you guys accountable. It's like, as long as we can be honest with ourselves and each other, it's steel sharpening steel. It's like we are helping each other out. When you get better, I get better. When he gets better, we all get better. You know, it's like, it's
What's
definitely
wrong
going to
with
help.
me to make y'all get better? Fuck you.
You're holding us back.
I am.
It's dead weight. Kill him.
I quit.
But no, I mean, like when it comes to like matters of the heart, like
That would
the stronger the man, the harder he'll fall, you know? So it's like tempering a lot of that, processing some stuff, you know, like that's important. What do you value? Hug it.
You know, we're like all soft and smushy.
Malleable.
I
An
am
hour,
putting
an
on
hour,
fucking putty.
an hour ago, we were moaning in the microphone.
I was going to say, this is going to be the most awkward episode.
People are just like, this has to be a different episode.
Boom.
All right.
That podcast do anything for you? Well, that's not all. Stay tuned next week for the continuation of this episode, or whenever these things come out. Later.